All right, Panther fans. Well, if you hear a chainsaw outside, the guys that were supposed to be here at 8 o'clock decided 10:15 was a more appropriate time. If there was ever a game that you looked at the schedule and you said, yeah, I don't know about that game, that was last night. And then without Barkov and no Duclair and no Achari and no Marchment. And we still almost managed to get the sucker to overtime. But Stu, for me, it just looked like the team, it looked like literally like what you would expect the day after Thanksgiving, like just kind of sluggish and just like, I don't want to be here.
I I don't know. I think said it. I don't know how many times. Every team is gunning for us,
Right.
and wants to be the one to take us down. The Capitals, they're now tied, but they're 2 points behind us
Right.
before that game. And what did I tell you? What was the one thing I told you we needed to do?
Let Ovechkin get a hat trick.
I said.
Other than that,
and I posted it on Twitter. Ovechkin is the number one Panther killer. Number two is Stamkos. Number three is Crosby. Yeah. Ovechkin always finds a way to score against us. In fact, they showed us statistics. So maybe it's 46 now, but he has scored 43 goals against us. The most, the team that he scored the most against.
Right.
And I love Ovechkin. Love Ovechkin. Always have, always will. I think he's going to break Gretzky's record. He looks like he can play. He says he wants to play another 5 years.
Right.
Maybe it's going to be another Yager situation, but
right.
And Yager probably would have gotten, in my opinion, between 50 and 100 goals if he hadn't left at certain times to go play overseas. Don't forget, he didn't play his whole career here.
Right.
So, again, if you watch the game, you'll see they left him alone.
Yeah.
They went puck watching. They left alone. It only took a split second. That third goal.
Yeah.
The hat-trick goal was in the net. I posted it on that or texted it to you.
Yeah.
The goal was in the net before you could blink.
Yeah. And so, there was three guys just standing around watching them.
Yeah, and we haven't done that too much. We've been pretty disciplined all season.
Yeah.
In the past, we've been guilty of that many times. So, I don't think we played horrible, but I don't think we played up to the level that we normally play.
Right.
Obviously not having, listen, we've won games without Barkov.
Yeah.
But obviously not having Duclair in the lineup with his speed and his energy.
Right.
Not only did we lose the player, but it messed up all the lines.
It really did, which
there's
brings us
no way Mammon should have been on the top line. No way.
No, that was
that's anyway.
But without Barkov and Duclair, it's not even the top line anyway. I couldn't figure out what was going on because and this has happened a few games in a row. It seems like the changes are not great because you're seeing what looks like a lot of mismatch. Like we talked about, I texted you the other night about the defensive pairs. It looks like the changes are not great because like last night for a full 30, 40 seconds, Mammon was out there with Lundell at one point. And when I'm watching the game, I couldn't figure out what are the lines. I know what they said, I know what the graphic was that these are the lines, but when you're watching the ice, it's like everybody was just playing with everybody, and it was just kind of a mishmash.
Yeah, there was no. What did I say? I used the word flow. There was no flow.
Right.
Usually we roll the four lines, and we know who the four lines are, and things were. It was a mess last night.
It was a mess.
That shorthanded goal was just, was.
I know.
And that obviously started, the whole 2.5 minutes. I hate Tom Wilson.
Yeah.
He's actually become my number one hated player. Marchand has always been. I think I've mentioned to you before, Marchand, then Gudas. But Tom Wilson is definitely my number one hated player.
Yeah.
He's a dirty player. He's always looking to hurt somebody. And he could have avoided, I think he forearmed Bob right in the head on purpose.
Right. I'd have to watch it again. I saw it a couple of times, and to me, I mean, even being a Panther fan, again, I'd have to watch it again. But to me, it kind of looked like he hit Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky stood there for about a second, and then all of a sudden he went down. It genuinely looked to me like Bob was trying to draw a call there, and because he did that, the NHL spotter said, "Oh, you fell down and are hurt. Come on, you got it. Come on."
No, he covered his head like he was really hurt.
Right. But I think he was trying to draw a call.
I'd have to look at it again, but
you'd have to look at it again.
Yeah, it's possible.
Which I don't know why he'd be wanting to draw a call with our power play. We just keep us 5-on-5. We should not be trying to draw penalties at this point. We should just.
Well, that would have been a 5-on-3.
Oh, that's right. Because we were already. That's right. We were
on the power play, and we had almost a minute left.
That's a good point.
I think he might have been dazed for, like Ekblad took a shot in the corner too.
Right.
Where he hit his head against the glass. And I was worried that he was, Ekblad's had 4 concussions. So every time he goes in the corner, I hold my breath.
Yeah, no, I know.
And there's been a couple of hits this season where I was worried.
Yeah.
We can't afford to lose.
No.
I don't even want to think about it. But anyway, again, trying to be too aggressive. Bad line change. I watched the replay a couple of times. It's just bad communication, and I put that on the coach.
Yeah. The changes have not been good.
So that was a big momentum swing.
Yeah.
And then of course Verhaeghe does his thing.
Yeah.
And I know I texted to you. I think that's the 4th time he's done a play like that.
Yeah.
And the reason why he's scoring is because the defense, they're backing up and they're giving him the opportunity to shoot.
Yeah.
No, they're not swarming in on him. I think in future games you're going to see the defensemen come out and go at him right away,
making him rush that shot. Yeah,
because he's done it too many times. But okay, so now we're 3-2. We got the momentum back.
Yeah,
and
then the 4th.
I kept saying it. We're running out of time. We're running out of time.
Right.
You can't wait till we pull the goalie. And what did I say? Ovechkin. Somebody's going to get an empty net. I mean, they didn't.
Right. Well, no. The thing for me last night, because we've been marveling at our depth and everything, but depth is only. It only works if you use it appropriately. I don't know what the hell, how hard. I mean, Marchment has been out a while, and we need this kid back because Jumbo Joe needs to sit down. When he can come in rested and play 8 games, he looks serviceable. But when he starts stacking 2 and 3 games, it's just he can't. This was not a good deal for us.
Yeah, well, we talked about it at the time. And you mentioned it on the recap. This was a nostalgia signing,
right?
And I texted you. This is a Ray Bork situation where they want to have him end his career on top. Barkov handing him the cup. He takes a skate around and that's it.
Right.
That's what he's playing for.
Yeah,
we have too many guys, too much young talent.
Right.
Now, Noel's not a center. So you got to look down in the minors and see, we could bring up. Heponiemi is not a center. Datasenko is not a center.
Well, yeah, but I mean, guys can fill in. I mean, like
alternative is Reinhardt could play center.
Right, Reinhardt can play center.
They're not playing him at center, and I don't understand that. So we can play.
I'm losing.
Fantasy coach.
Right,
And,
right, right.
If I was coaching the team, I'd obviously have different line. You know how I feel about splitting up Ekblad and Uyghur.
Right,
Still
right, right.
say we should do that.
Yeah.
I would love to see Forsling and Ekblad one game play
Right.
together and see how that experiment works.
Right, right, right.
I think that Forsling and Ekblad should be on the point in the power play. Forsling
Right.
is a great playmaker.
Yeah.
He's not like Ekblad that's looking for the shot. But I think we got to do something. Let's talk about the power play.
Yeah, the power play.
Okay, because I put a tweet in all caps last night that said you can't win a Stanley Cup without a good power play.
Right, right, right.
I think I'm up to like 30 likes and a couple of comments, and some yo-yo posted that the Bruins did it in 2011, but they obviously didn't get my point. Power play is crucial. Tampa destroyed us in that series because of their power play.
Right, right, right.
So we're probably the best 5-on-5 team in the league.
And that's the thing. That's what makes it so important, is that if we can even sneak in one power play goal a game, then they've got to try to come back on us 5-on-5 or draw penalties against us, and puts them at puts the other team at a significant disadvantage. But Frank posted that like a Dadonov highlight thing to Twitter last week, and a lot of his goals were in the power play, and they were showing the structure that we had. And I mean, talk about completely different. The box we were so much tighter. And we had that quick movement, and Dadonov was just sitting there in the middle, like Braden Point. It looked like Tampa's power play.
It's like a playing card, the 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Two, and in the middle.
Right, right.
But don't forget, we also had Hoffman on the right side. So that's that double threat of the one-timers.
We've got guys that can one time it. I mean.
Yeah. So once a defenseman goes out to challenge, that leaves a guy. That's what happened with Kucherov and Point. So you had Stamkos on the left, Kucherov on the right, Point in the middle.
Right.
So if the defenseman obviously break the box and go to challenge either Stamkos or Kucherov, they have the option to shoot, but for the most part, that leaves Point. Barkov scored a lot of goals like that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
They gotta. We got 3/4 of the season left to fix it.
Right, and like I said last night in the recap, the problem is now the guy that runs the power play is the coach. So you're not going to get any pressure from the coach to fix the power play when it's the same guy. And I'm not thrilled at all with that situation, because it doesn't seem to be. He seems to just the same answer over and over again is, well, we're going to put different guys and do the same damn stupid thing. And it's just not working. And it starts to feel to me like it's a stubbornness thing. Like, it's like, I'm the power play guy. This is how it's going to work. And we saw last year during the playoffs. We knew during the playoffs last year that we had to fix something but nothing got done. And it's the same exact problem now, where the passes are too slow. It's ridiculously telegraphed, and the other teams fix on the puck. We're
predictable.
Right.
We get in a zone and it goes to Huberdeau every time. Yeah. Personally, I don't think Reinhart should be on the power play.
No, I was surprised last night.
The chemistry is, he's a great player. I don't think he's living up to my expectations. I figured he'd be killing it, but
look, when we started that 6-on-4 last night, and we started the 6-on-4, and I'm looking, and they should have shot at the bench, and there's Verhaeghe and Tippett sitting next to each other, probably your two best one-timers on the team.
I think Verhaeghe should be on the top unit.
Yeah, one of those guys has got to be there for the one-timer, because especially with Barkov out, how did neither one of those guys get on the ice on the 6-on-4 with Barkov out? But Joe Thornton's out there on the power play, isn't he? And it's just like, I just want to throw shit at the TV, man.
Yep.
And he's not even in front of the net, just creating a ruckus. They've got him handling the puck, skating circles, and it's just maddening.
Another aspect of coaching is line matching.
Right.
And I didn't think he did a good job last night of line matching. And there's been other games. Can't think of of them right now, but
right. Well,
I've questioned his line matching.
Right. And here's your,
and I think Q did a much better job knowing what guys to put out at what time.
Right. And to your point about that, we haven't won a game with this coach on the road yet. And it's a completely different animal when you don't have last change. So you might be onto something there. But well, look, you kind of had to look at this game and figure we weren't, this was going to be an uphill battle, even, with Barkov. But then when we lost Duclair, it was just like, that just blows everything up, like you said. But we got the Kraken. Now you're going to the game tonight, right? You're not sure?
I'm supposed to go.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for my tickets to get in my inbox.
Gotcha.
So if I don't have them by 3:00, I'm going to be reaching out to my boss, because the owner just, I don't know. I heard, last Saturday I was supposed to go, never got my tickets, and the other person got her tickets at 5:30. So
yeah,
that was a game. That was a last minute request.
Right.
So I don't know if there was miscommunication. We're supposed to go through our receptionist, and then she sends an email to the owner. But we had to put in for. They sent us an Excel spreadsheet of what games we want to go to.
Right.
And this was one that I definitely wanted to go.
Right.
The fact that we're going for the record tonight, it's a bonus.
Yep.
But I got some good games lined up. I got St. Louis, Edmonton, Tampa on December 30th. Who else? Rangers. I think I got the Rangers one night. I don't know. It's whatever.
Yeah. No,
I'm just concentrating on going tonight. Yeah. Well, I'm not foreseeing any problems, but
right. Well,
it'd be nice. I think it. Listen, we're not going to win every game,
right?
But the way we lost last night was just unacceptable.
Yeah. No. Look, like I said, it almost makes me want to make one of those old school videos where I just lose it and tag everybody, and because something with and I know it doesn't really have an effect, but it's just to get it out of me. The power play, something's got to give with that, and it's not personnel, it's coaching, and we knew that before this season, and unfortunately now the guy running is the head coach, and I'm not so sure he's about to change the system in the middle of the year. You know what I mean? So.
I wish we had Q. That's all.
Yeah. No, I know. He might, put the feet to the fire, or the damn, get the situation taken care of. But that said, we go for the home record tonight. I will be live streaming the entire game tonight, and Stu will be there. So if we don't get the record, you can split the blame between Stu and I.
In fact, I'm getting an email right now from one of my coworkers, who's asking me if I've gotten my tickets yet.
Right.
And obviously I'm going to tell her, no, I have not gotten them.
Right.
So she's in the same boat. Let's talk 2 seconds.
Sure.
Make it quick. Spencer Knight, I feel bad for the kid, but I mean, he can't let that goal in.
We've got to get something, his pregame routine. We got to fix something, because I don't have the time to do it now. But if you went back, all his starts and the times he's coming in relief, I would venture a guess. Do you think I'm off base to think a third of the time he's letting in the first shot of the game, or very close to it?
I'm sorry.
Do you think that with Knight, do you think that I'm off base to say a third of the time he's given up a goal either on the first shot or damn near close to the first shot?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Was the last game he was at 2 games ago? The breakaway first shot.
Yeah.
It's
Against, and then it was game 6, the playoff game against Tampa Bay as well. He did in that series. It was first shot of the game. It happens, if it happens once in a while, but he's had what, maybe, let me see, 6, maybe 10, 12 starts, or, maybe a couple more appearances with the every time we play the Capitals, he's got to come in relief. And he keeps giving up a goal on the first shot that he sees. And I hate to say it because, I love the kid, but that speaks to preparedness, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if he needs to do a little bit more of a warm up before the game or whatnot. But something there's definitely an issue there because it keeps cropping up too much. And then, he has to go out and come in and go out and come in. And that I blame on the refs because they should have known that Bobrovsky had to be off the ice for a certain amount of time before he could come back on with the concussion protocol where they can call a guy off the ice like that. They shouldn't have been able to get us double jeopardy.
Listen,
like that.
If Bob really wasn't hurt and he was embellishing, then that's on him.
Right. I mean, he's seen, when he was talking, when you saw him talking on the bench, it kind of looked like he was like, "What? I'm fine." But I'd have to go back and rewatch it. I saw it when it happened, and I saw the 2 replays, and I really kind of felt like there was a solid second there in between the time where he got hit and the time that he went and flopped. I could be wrong, but I feel like you might be able to count hit, 1, flop. I believe that might be it. And, I'm not somebody to call out our own players for flopping, but it kind of looked fishy to me, So with that said, you got anything
But listen,
else?
Ovechkin never should have been able to take that shot.
Right.
He was pretty much alone.
Oh, well, there were guys standing there. They were just letting him stand there. I mean,
I don't think the defense I don't think the defense played good last night.
No, it wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. But like I said, and I'm not making, overt excuses because obviously Washington had to play.
Listen, we got to put it behind us. Yeah, 1 game at a time. Remember, one game exactly. At a time. And it was only our 3rd regulation loss.
Exactly. Yeah, 3. Yeah.
So
let's just get Duclair back.
Here's what I want to see. I want to see a 7-1, 6-1, 7-1, something like 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, or a shutout.
Right.
I really hope Bob plays. I don't think he will, but I hope he does.
Yeah, most likely not. I mean, it wouldn't surprise. I mean, he only played basically. He played a little more than half the game, but he was out for a while because the twice being out for a while there. I thought they weren't even going to bring him back for the second period because it was getting on. It was like, I may as well just leave Spencer in.
Here's the deal. We didn't score in the first period. Yes, last night. We scored a lot of goals in the first period.
We did. We got that one towards the end.
So we need another Carolina. And what was the other game? We scored 4 goals in the first period.
Oh yeah, I mean scoring a lot. But remember, we got the one late in the game and late in the period yesterday.
That was a lucky break.
Oh yeah, it was a lucky. Right.
The defenseman trip. But I'm talking about coming out, opening whistle, and just 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. Like the team doesn't know what hit them. Right. We get 4 goals, we usually win.
Well, let's just hope Duclair is healthy because that with Barkov out, we got to have Duclair's energy up there. There's absolutely nothing for it there. So,
I agree.
Yep. All right, bud. I hope you get to go to the game. My live stream starts at 5:00, and
yeah, she just texted me. She's gonna reach out to my boss and find out what's going on. Right. So I'll text you later on. But
okay. All right, bud.
I'm confident.
Yep. All right, keep me posted. Have a good time, and hopefully we will set the record tonight. And I'll keep my voice. Nice. I'll keep my voice during the live stream. I'll try anyway.
I'm looking forward to seeing how those uniforms look in person.
Yeah, that's a good
I
point.
really like their colors. I like the away jerseys better than the home jerseys.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. You send pics, send photos. All
I'm
right,
just
guys.
debating what to wear tonight. I think I'm gonna wear this one.
Yeah, I think that's the right one. I think that's
The
the one.
inaugural season jersey.
Yeah,
For luck.
yeah.
And this hat.
And the hat.
Old
Yep.
school. I'm going old school tonight.
Exactly. It's the only logo anyway. The other one doesn't even exist in my world. So, all right, guys.
See you later, bud.
See you.